type inside and tell me, type in the DM and tell me what all we have learned yesterday. Come on, let me see your enthusiasm. I see a lot of hands going up. No need to raise your hands. You can pass your questions on to Amar sir, but you can drop a DM quickly as to what all you have learned yesterday. Let's see how much you have actually revised. With the installation, okay. The background and intro Python, good. Then what else? Compilers and interpreter, very good. Where Python is used, what, why Python, right? Very nice. Identifiers, very good. Oh, a lot of people are answering. Very nice. Okay. Hmm. History of Python. Okay, I think you have liked it. History of Python. Good. So he first said history of Python. Which language Python accepts? Okay, nice. I'm very happy to see your messages, compiler. Good. Very good, guys. It shows that you have actually revised or you have remembered quite a lot of the things that you studied. So I'm very happy about it. So what do we learn today? Right? I hope you're very excited to pick up new stuff today, as much as I'm excited to be sharing them with you. Okay. So quickly, what will our focus be on today? So we will take up today's agenda as follows. So one, we will finish off with the indentation rules. Very important. Without this, codes don't work or you run into a nightmare. Indentation rule. Then what? We will have a basic idea of data types. We will study and understand and learn the concepts of mutability and immutability. Immutability. Okay. Then we will take up one of the main primary data types of Python called as numeric. Okay. So quite a lot of things up our sleeves today. So let's start in right earnest. Right earnest, I mean that you will listen and try along with me the programs that I'm typing out. And if you have doubts, you will pass on your questions to me through Amar sir. And yes, that's the way to go. Okay. Cool. So I will do a bit of my code in IDLE to show you a few things. I actually have a few programs kept ready beforehand so that I don't have to waste time. You will try and write them along with me as I show it to you. Okay. So here's the deal. You will try along with me. If you can't complete, that's okay. You will have the recordings, you will have your materials. So don't worry. Okay, so what I will do now is I have opened my IDLE screen and here, see this is my shell. So here I am going to open my second. I will open my shell file over here. It's called as a file. I will come to this day2 and I will open this one, rules of grammar. Okay, so what have I done here? I have a couple of things to show you. Well, I will come to them later. So I will take this one. I have written a program to add two numbers in Python. Okay. So it's a very simple example. While we will go to the details of what these conditions mean, but we will understand how these things work. Okay. So I will just copy this code here and I will bring it up here in my Colab, Google Colab. You remember Google Colab? I hope you do. Okay, so quickly, you see this comment, program to add two numbers. Then again, multi-line comments. See, I have meticulously written the commands. This I equals to 0 is a variable which is being initialized to 0. Now comes the best part. Now, well, just for the moment, I will take these off. Okay. So I am writing a block of code, sub block of code now. It's called if I greater than 0, then a colon. Then look, I am pressing an enter. Okay. Now look at the cursor. You see it is not in line with the if, but it has moved one white space towards the right. This is called as indentation. And this means that now whatever I am going to write is a sub block of code. Okay. So I will write here print um, I. Okay, I'm printing the value. Then you see now again enter. See, it's again in line now the cursor with the print statement. Okay, so what if now I have to write something called as a else block. Okay, so this else block is not a sub block of code of this if I greater than 0. Else is like this. So I do one backspace. I press one backspace and see my cursor comes back and now it is in line with the L. Okay, which means I'm starting another sub block of code. Now you see I've given a colon and I will press enter. Now see again it is aligned. Else print nothing. Okay. Now just to demonstrate to you, I'm going to do something. Again, I'm going to press a backspace, bring the cursor here and say I equals to I plus 1 means increase I by a value of 1. Okay, now first I will run this, show you, then I will explain to you what this code is all about. And after that, I will show you what happens if this indentations go for a toss. Okay. So I will also print here, print, okay, let it be. Over here, I think I have sufficient here. So 0, if I, okay. If I equals to 3, break. Don't ask me what it is. Just ignore it for the moment. Think that this is for my own purpose. By the way, I will try to increase the size of my browser. Yeah, I think this is better. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Right. Now I will run this and see what happens. Yeah. I equals to 3. Getting runtime, connecting to Python. See all that it is doing. Python 3. Okay. Nothing is defined. Print nothing. Okay. So this is supposed to be a string and I haven't denoted it as a string. So it is throwing me some errors. That's okay. Break can only be used in loop if I greater than 0. I equals to I plus 1. Just a second. This browser has hung actually. Just close this browser. Just close this browser. The browser has hung. What I will rather do is I will actually show you here. Okay, let the browser open up in a while. So I will show this code to you in IDLE itself. Then I will copy this for you. Okay. So over here, file. Let me create a new file. I equals to 0. If I greater than 0, print. Okay, let me say I is equals to 10. So I will save this. Don't worry, I will open up the browser again and copy the code for you so that tomorrow you can have this code as well. Okay, so I will say indentation example. Okay, so I will run this. See, this is a file. So to run it, I have an option here called run. I'll run module. So press F5. So this file is executed in this main shell, which we saw yesterday. And it prints something. What does it print? Quickly, if you look at it, it says I is greater than 0 and print hello. If I make this as 0, okay, so this will, we will run again and it will show lesser than equal to 0. Okay, now what have I done? Let me explain to you. Let me quickly explain to you what I have done. So I have created a block of code called as a if block. Okay, if means, see, just to quickly explain this idea to you, in our life we all take decisions somehow or the other. So you decided to join this course because you see, if this is relevant for me for my career, I'm going to join this course. Okay, so if this course is relevant, then what? Join the course. Okay, register, get the link, join in at 7 p.m. and attend the class. Otherwise, else, if suppose you didn't find the course relevant to your career, you would have said, no, I won't join the course. Okay. So you see, these are all called as decision making. Now, whenever we write a if condition, so of this more later, these are the foundation blocks of any programming. So we in Python, we put something called as a colon, which denotes that now whatever is going to happen is going to be part of another sub block of code. Okay. So this is what it means. Now, in many traditional languages like C or C++, you have things like this, if this, then a curly bracket, which means that now whatever we write is part of this if condition. Okay, then you have to close the curly bracket again. So if you have two if statements, you have to open one more and close one more. Okay, got it? Right. Now, this indentation is very important. If you mess up with it, you will have lots of problem. What sorts of problem you will have? One is that you will actually run into syntactical errors. Let me show it to you. Let me demonstrate it to you. Like suppose I will quickly change this indentation. Okay. See this white space that is there. I'm going to remove it. Print I is greater than 0. Okay. Now I will run this and see it gives me an error, syntax error. Expected an indented block after if statement on line 2. Okay. After in statement, if statement is on line 2. After this, we expected an indented block. It is not there. So this is the primary error that you get. Okay. Now let me remove this error. And what I will do instead is this else block, I will indent it within the if block. Now let's see what happens. Again, it gives a syntax error. It says invalid syntax. Why? Because it has detected that you are not doing the right thing. The else is a condition that works with if, not under if. Okay. So that is why I will dedent this. Okay. Now again, I will try to open the browser and see if it can be sorted out. Okay, it's still running. I'll just kill it. I will say this is if I equals to 0, else if I equals to 0, print. Incomplete input. Okay. We'll remove all these. Run this. Prints nothing. Okay. Now again, the same thing. Please remember when you are checking the code, feel free to play around with it. Remove the indentation and see it will give you a syntax error, indentation error. Now, it is showing you actually, if you see the error statement, it is telling you at line 9, there's an issue. And what is the issue? There's an indentation error. It's pointing at the exact statement which is causing this error. Remember, yesterday we had said Python does a level of compilation before it starts interpretation. What is that compilation? It checks for syntactical errors before it starts the execution. Okay, so this is the syntax error that it has found. Yeah, clear? So I'm giving you around 5 minutes. So you need to play around with the same concept. Okay, come on. You can open your collabs, your IDLEs, and play around with this concept. 5 minutes, quickly finish this off. There's a lot of things to cover. Some of you have asked me, sir, can you brief it up once again? Please, towards the end, just keep in mind, okay? Just tell it to Amar sir, and I will try to recapitulate yesterday's sessions also. Backspace doesn't work in idle. It does, absolutely it does. Okay, thank you. Those who have completed, thank you very much. Be very careful with the indentation and dedentation. This is one of the worst things in Python. If you mess this up, your entire code will be messed up. And newcomers, newbies have a problem with this. Okay. Right. Good. You have completed, I see. Some of you are writing that you have completed. Very good. I hope the others also have tried. If not, you try and complete it. Okay. Now we will start with a new topic now. We will actually do a bit more on the new data types, and we will just check out what the data types means actually, and we will understand more about Python operators, etc. Okay, good. So a lot of things coming up this evening, and keep your fingers ready for typing as much as possible. Okay, cool. So I will drop this section off. And what I will do is this board is actually troubling me a bit, so I will drag it down, drop this off. Let me also take up some other color. And yeah, let's get started. Okay. So first things first, we will understand a few more concepts. Okay. Today we will again have a look at the variables, what they mean, the concept of mutability, immutability, ability. Right. Without much ado, let's start. See, yesterday we said of identifiers, right? So VAR is equals to 10. Okay, or VAR is equals to hello. Okay, so now basically, what is then a data type? It is a sort of container in which you can store data. Think of it like in your kitchen. You have, I don't know how many of you cook, but if you do, you know you have these small masala dabbas, right? Where you store different types of masalas. So think of a data type as exactly that same thing. It's a place in memory where certain data is kept, maybe 10 or maybe hello. Yeah. And this var is just nothing else, but it is something that knows where this 10 is kept or where this hello is kept. Okay. Think of it as something pointing to this thing. Again, this thing is actually an object, as we discussed yesterday. It's an object of type integer. This is an object of type string. Okay. Now, this brings us to the question, then what are the various types of data types in Python? Okay. Quickly, in Python, we have generally something called as numbers, numerics. Then broadly, I'm telling you strings, collections, and what else? Collections. Yeah, and boolean. Okay, broadly these one. Okay, within this again you have various data types like list, tuple, then dictionary, sets. Okay, so broadly these. And some of you may say arrays. No, not exactly C-type arrays and all. I won't consider. These are the primitive data types. Okay. Again, in numbers, you have the following data types. You have integers, floating point, and complex. Okay. So now I have explained to you what is a data type. What is, does it mean when I say an identifier or a variable using a certain data type? So you have understood this also, and you have come to a broad definition of the different data types, primitive data types. Primitive means the original ones, the basic ones that are available in Python. Boolean data type is basically a true or false, logical true or false. Okay. So yeah, So that brings us to the definition of the various data types. Now, of these, numbers and strings, they are called as immutable, are immutable. Whereas the one like list or dictionary, they are mutable, or even sets. List, dictionary, and sets, they are mutable. Okay. So again, what does that mean? Let me change my pen now. I think I will take a different color. We'll take this one. Okay. So immutable means you cannot change the value. Okay, you cannot change the value of a number. So if I say a equals to 10, I cannot change it to a equals to 5. Can I? What do you think, guys? Can you check this out for me in your collabs or idealies and tell me? Can I change it? Come on, let me see one answer. Can I change this? What do you think? Does it work? I can change it, is it? That's what you're saying? Okay, let me check it out. So can I change it? I will do it along with you in Colab. Sometimes if I'm very tired out with Colab, I will switch to Ideally. Somebody was asking in which I'm doing. Currently, I'm doing in Colab. Okay, so A equals to 10. And then I shouldn't be able to change to A equals to 5. Print A. Oh, I am able to change it. Hmm. So this is wrong. Similarly, for strings, name is equals to, let's say, Chaitanya Bharati. Okay. And I change the name to Chaitanya Bharati College. Okay. Does it change again over here? Let's see. Print name. Oh, yeah, it does change. So what's wrong? So did I tell you something wrong? What do you think, guys? I was lying. Did I tell you something wrong? What do you feel? Okay. See, I was not lying. Okay. But I didn't tell you the truth in actually completely. Let me now explain the truth to you completely. Okay. So when I say A equals to 10, you know what happened? So here, let's say this is your RAM. Here within this RAM, a certain memory is allocated for storing an object whose value is 10. Okay. So this memory, it has got a particular memory location. This A, this is a name which now just points towards this object in memory, RAM, okay, and which the object is what? It's called 10. It has got a value 10. It's a integer type object. Now, when I do A equals to 5, basically another object is created in memory whose value is equals to 5, which is also of type integer, And now A actually points towards 5. It doesn't know about 10 anymore. So what will happen now? We will actually, this object will also get deleted by Python to save memory. Okay. So this is what is happening. So it's not the same A actually that was when A was equals to 10. This is actually another object. Now, how do I know if I'm correct or not? I will show you one more way of understanding it. So over here, I will again run this code A equals to 10 and I will print something called as IDA. Okay. And then I will print A and I will also print again ID A. Okay, let me also print A here. Okay, so first A is equals to 10. Print A, it is 10. Print ID A 11642376. Then A is equals to 5. Print A, print ID A. Okay, this and this is definitely different. What does this mean? This means that the first one was an object created at a particular memory location, which one was 11642376. It's a memory address 236. And afterwards, this is removed and a new object created at memory location 1164. Then what? 2216. Okay. So that is how this object is actually an immutable object, means you cannot change it. Whereas for some of them, like lists and sets, the same object will get updated or modified. Okay. So that brings us to a understanding about the concept of mutability and immutability. Okay. Good. So far, so good. So why don't you try it out on your own? Why don't you verify it quickly? Just copy these lines of code that I've done here and try to run it and experiment on your own. How many spaces is actually necessary? It's by default one is white space only. A minute more and then you can stop. Okay, good. Quite nice. I see you are actually trying. I see that some of you are even writing done, sir, completed, sir. Very good. Excellent that you're trying and working along. Okay. So now let's take the discussion a bit more forward, right? So I will quickly erase out these things. Good. Now, next, a quick look at the different numeric data types. We say that there are three data types in numbers. What are they? One is integer, int, okay, which means it's a whole number, like 10 or 20 or even 0. Another is float, which is a floating point number, means basically with decimals, can be 10.10, 10.32, and 11.0, etc. Now, unlike C, C++, where you have all those different types, double, this, that, big, okay. So in Python, you don't have to worry about all these things. Why are these data types there in other languages and not in Python? Because in Python, everything is internally taken care of. As I said, Python internally understands what type of class this number will fall under and create the object accordingly. So you're saved of a lot of trouble. See how good Python is, yeah? It's worth the effort to learn such a user-friendly language. Last one is complex. I think most of you are from an engineering background, or at least 10 plus 2, you had mathematics. So you will know this, right? Got a real part and the imaginary part, right? So these three numbers are supported in Python. Now, when we are telling of an integer number, floating number, or a complex number, remember, it is basically nothing else but an integer object, a floating point object, float object, or a complex object. Complex object. Okay. Just don't get worried if you are not able to understand the class and object concept. Just hear me out now. We will go dwell with it eventually. Just think of it again, class as a blueprint or a design, and an object as a actually a real thing, okay, which is created out of that design. Now let me quickly refer my notes and see what else I have to tell you. By the way, we will have a quick 10 minutes break at 8 o'clock. So you can go and get refreshed. But till then, just be there with me, follow through, and I'm sure we will do wonders. Okay, complex and bull. Yeah. And what do I have in my presentation? I haven't had a look at it. Yeah, so these are some of the examples of an integer number, a floating point number, of a complex number. These are normal in binary, whereas these are things like hexadecimals and all. Okay. Similarly, these are actually large numbers, something raised to the power of something. The e over here means raised to the power of. Okay. And As you can see, these all have decimal precisions. Finally, these are the complex numbers. Okay, apart from this, what do I tell you? So yeah, you can convert one form of integer number to another float, or you can convert a float number to an integer, or a complex number, its real part, you can convert into an integer. Okay, quickly to show you how this works out. Okay, so over here, I will define a few numbers. Define an integer number and verify its class. So a is equals to 10 as we were doing. Say print type a, and then I will typecast this into a floating point number. So b is, what is typecast? It means casting one form of similar form of number to another similar form. Okay, b equals to 20. So print of type b. Okay, b equals to, actually I should have done it as float of a, and then print type b. Yeah, and also print b. Let's print b also. Print type a, print a. So the first one, what does it say? It's a number of class integer. Its value is 10. The second one, it's a number of class float, type class float, and its value is 10.0. So this is called as explicit type conversion. Will you make a note, guys, quickly? Explicit type conversion, or typecasting for short. Explicit type conversion. Similarly, we will define a complex point number. Complex number. Define a complex number. So we can do it in two ways. C underscore complex. We can write like this: complex 10 comma 20, and print T underscore complex. We can also print the type of number it is, T underscore complex. Apart from that, we can also define like this: 10 plus J20, and print C underscore complex again. Okay. Plus J30. Now let's run this and see. J30. Okay. 10 plus, I think 30J is the correct format. Yeah. So this is the correct answer. By the way, a complex number, as you know, has got a real part. So if we do C underscore complex dot real, should actually give the real part of the number. Okay, which is 10. And by default, you see it has returned this as a floating point number. You can also get the imaginary part of this number, and this is how we can get it. I think it is IMG. I may be wrong on this. It's not IMG. Check there's no attribute IMG. Imaginary, is this correct? Yes, it is correct. IMAG. Okay, it happens. Keep everything in mind, neither should you. You can just check out. If you're getting wrong on some of the syntax, you can check out. It's perfectly okay. Okay, so this is how complex numbers work. By the way, you can typecast a complex numbers real part to an integer number also. Print integer, typecasting the complex to an integer number, the real part to an integer number. Okay. And you can also typecast just the imaginary component into a real number, as in into a integer number. Okay. So that brings us to an effective demonstration of the three major types of numbers in Python, which are integers, float, and complex. Again, I will repeat, you don't need to worry on the other ones that you have long, double, short, etc. No, Python takes care of all of these internally. Okay. So right, 2 minutes to break, then you deserve a good break for 10 minutes. So before you go for break, here's 2 minutes for you to finish this piece of code, and just in case you haven't done it already. See, these are the foundations of Python, as it is of any programming language. And as I have committed to you that we will start absolutely from scratch. I know yesterday many of you were messaging me, sir, please will you start from scratch? So here is the proof that I'm starting from scratch with the very basic, with the assumption that you're coming totally raw. Okay, yeah, how do complex numbers work? Look, there's a whole section of mathematics involved with complex numbers, and they're used in a lot of scientific calculations. So, I don't know what stream you're working studying in. Lot of these are done in mathematics and uh, semesters 1 and 2 in engineering. As an electrical an engineer myself, we have used complex numbers quite a lot. Uh, you can just check out the use case of a complex number if you're interested in it. And I agree with you that you don't haven't worked on it too much. Neither will you need to going forward also. Okay. So yeah, right. Let us take a quick break for 10 minutes. I am keeping a note here. Guys, a 10-minute break. I at least need one to catch up on a cup of coffee. Break till 8:10 p.m. You can go out, take a quick stretch yourself, feel rejuvenated, and come back. Then we have a lot of stuff coming ahead on the other side. We go to operators, we work with operators, and we will understand things like operator priority and associativity. So stay tuned, guys. We return at 8:10 p.m. sharp. Okay? Thanks a lot. Switching off the my mic and video for a while. Okay, right. So I'm back, and I hope you are back as well. Okay, so that was a well-deserved break by you guys. And now what next? So over here, we will start with first I will clear this off. And we will start with something called as a operator. Okay. Let me go down even more and let me change the pen color now. Let me keep it to black at the moment and let me change it. Okay, right. So now, so what is an operator? Anything which allows you to do an operation? So what types of operation do we see in our day-to-day life? We see operations like addition, right? Subtraction, division, okay, or maybe finding true or false statements, which are also called as logical operations. Okay, comparison operations. Okay, so we compare between two things. Is it equal to? It is not equal to. It is greater than equal to, lesser than, or lesser than equal to. So these are comparison operators. So accordingly, here's a cheat sheet that I have as a part of my presentation. And quickly, I will show it to you. So over here, if you see, these are the various types of operators that we have. Let's have a quick look at it. I want you to take a good hard look at it and then we will discuss these as much as possible. Okay. So first category, arithmetic operators. When we work with numbers, these are exceedingly important. Next comes comparison operators. Then there are logical operators, assignment operators, bitwise operators, membership operators. The bitwise operators, we will not concentrate very much on these because 95% of the cases you won't be working on these. Okay, but the rest will be very important. However, I will give you a quick idea about the bitwise operators as well. So let us look at this. Arithmetic operators. So this is called as plus addition. By the way, when it comes to strings, this gets a very different meaning. Okay. Minus is a subtraction, subtract. Star means multiply. Okay. Multiply. Divide, this means slash means divide. Percentage means modulo division, mod division. Basically, this is used to find the remainder of a division. Remainder, okay? And star means exponentiation or power. And this double slash means it's a floor division. Floor division. To check what? To check the quotient of a division. Okay. Now we will have a quick look at them as well. It doesn't work here. This card. Okay, so let's have a quick look at these operations one by one. And again, I lay a lot of emphasis on doing these. Some of you may feel that these are very basic primary, but yes, these are our building blocks. So no compromise on these. I will work on it and I expect you to be working with me on it. Okay, so I will copy these from my previously prepared notes and I will work this out in a collab so that tomorrow, when this is uploaded in your LMS, you actually have the ready-made code. Okay, so mathematical operators. Mathematical operator examples. Okay, there was a nice comment. So what are the examples here? See, first is addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, floor division, modulus, exponentiation. Okay, let's go ahead. So mathematicals, first is addition, see 10. Next is subtraction, which is 4. Multiplication is 21. Division, this is very round, 2.333335. Okay. Floor division, 7. Floor division 3. What does it return? Now let me show it to you quickly here separately, as you will be using this a lot. 7. Floor division 3. So 3 twos are is 6. So this is the quotient and 1 is the remainder. So 2. And if I did modulo division 7 percentage 3, then it is 1. Okay, which is the remainder. Now one more problem. Now let me again introduce one new topic to you. It's called as a function, which is a part of Python inbuilt, and one there's also a library called math. Okay, let me say 7 divided by 3. This gives such a 2.3. Now, how many digits it will take to that Python alone knows. Let's not break our head on it. So if I want to bring it down to a decent value, let's say to 2 decimal digits, then I use a function called round. Then I say 7 plus 3 comma 2. That means the output of this division, please round it down to 2 decimal places. Okay, round. Yeah. And what next? So this is done, round, shown you. Shown you the exponentiation also you would have understood by now, right? 7 raised to the power 3. Okay. So one more thing I will show you. Then we will take the discussion forward by asking you to work on it. Okay. So next one are logical operators. Now here's a quick look over here. Okay, I will take the comparison operators first. What do they mean? I know most of you know these, but just that it's greater than, lesser than, greater than equal to, lesser than equal to, is equal to, not equal to. So what happens when you compare two numbers, let's say 3, is it greater than 2? You get an answer which is a Boolean false, okay? As I said, bool or Boolean is another data type which comprises of true or false, okay? And if I had done, sorry, this is true. I'm so sorry. You must be wondering what is sir saying. Okay, true. And if I had done 3 less than 2, it would have given me false. Okay. Is 3 equal to 2? Means is 3 equal to 2? The answer will be false. Okay. And likewise. Now there's a whole series here. Let me show that to you by coding it out. I think I've not done it. So I will quickly do it. Okay. Let's take this. So comparison operators. So one, no, and num1 equals to to noun too. Okay, let's see the output of these comparisons. I've shown three, you can extend for the rest. I don't think we should concentrate on doing all of them, then we won't be able to complete a lot of things. So first one, it is true. See, this is a Boolean true. The output is a Boolean true. The second one is a Boolean false. The third one is also a Boolean false. Okay, so these were comparison operators. Next, what do we have? We have logical operators. Now, those of you who have some idea of electronics, you will know that there's logic gates, right? Logic gates like and or I think this is or right. Okay, doesn't matter. Or and not. Sometimes you also have XOR, XNOR, etc. But here in Python, we have three sets of operators which are called and, or, not, broadly. Okay, and so if there are two expressions and both the expressions return a Boolean true, then the entire expression is true. Otherwise, it is false. Okay, that's the first part. Now, if there are two expressions and we use an or, then if one of them is true, the entire expression is true. If both are false, only then this entire expression is false. Now, what do I mean by expression? Very simple. Let's say 5 greater than 3. This is one expression. And 3 greater than -1, right? Both these expressions are true. That is why this entire expression is true in case of and. If, let's rub this off. Change the color as well to make it a bit more visually appealing to you. Let's choose this. Okay. Yes, right. So over here, next is, let's say, if this was 5 greater than 3 and 3 greater than 10, then this expression, logical expression, would have returned a Boolean false because one of the expression is false. Right? Then what? Suppose if it's a or condition, say if this had happened 5 greater than 3 or 3 greater than 10, then this operation, logical operation, would have returned a Boolean true. Why? Because this is true. Okay. Even if this is false, so the entire operation is true. We will be, what are the use cases? We will be using these in lot of programs to check between numbers, strings, etc. We will be using them time and again. Next, what? There's one more operation called not. Not just reverses the output of something. Suppose the expression in bracket came as true, then not, this expression would be not true, which is equal to false. Okay. Clear till here? Amar, if anybody has a doubt on this topic that I'm telling right now, can you please pass it on to me? Just let me know if
Yes.
there's an issue. Thanks. Yeah. Okay. Right. So this is the logical operation. So let's look at a few of the logical operations now. So logical operations over here. These ones were the logical operations. I will just take them and we will run it together. Okay. Logical operators examples. X is true. See, this is a Boolean here. You can always verify it by typing print type of X. What type is X? And print type of Y. Just to verify. Okay. Now, what are the operations we are checking here? We are seeing if X and Y, X or Y, not X, not Y. So they're both Boolean classes. X and Y is false. Why? Because true and false is false. True or false is true. Not X becomes false because X was true. Not Y becomes true. Inversion. Okay. In from the perspective of numbers, basically, we can also check these expressions in this manner. Just to take another example, the set of this section of logical expressions. Number one is 5, whereas number two is 8. And we are doing logical comparisons. Number one is less than number two. Yes, it is true. And number one is greater than 0. It's true. So the first one should be a true. Whereas the second one will be false. Second one will also be a true because although number one is not greater than number two, but number two is greater than 0. Okay. See, true, true, true. Okay. So quickly, why don't you get your hands dirty and try out at least the logical operations? Come on, please do it. I'm giving you 5 minutes to do this. Please finish it off. Okay, there you go. Let's take our journey forward a bit more now. Next comes the assignment operators. Guys, this is something you will also be using very frequently. Okay, how does it look like? Let me again show you with examples. Over here, let me actually first show you the code, then I will explain the details to you. Okay, so assignment operators. Okay, so what does it say? Initial x is equals to 5. Then after x plus, what is it? It's 8. Then after x minus equals to 2, it's 6. X star equals to 24. X divide equals to 8 and likewise. So what basically this means is, now see, here's the catch behind it. So over here, x was equals to, let's say, what was it? It was 5. Okay. When I say x plus equals to 3, it means x is equals to x plus 3. That means get the current value of x, add it to 3 and return the new value. Again, remember, numbers are immutable, so it's just that a new object is being created and stored in memory and it is being referred by the variable x. Okay. Similarly, when I say x minus equals to 2, that means from 8 x equals to x minus 2, which is equals to 8 minus 2, which is equals to 6. Okay. So quickly I've shown you the rest being, what are they? The rest being star equal to means multiplication equal to assignment operator of multiplication, then division equals to floor equals to not yeah, floor equals to mod division equals to and exponentiation equals to. Okay, you're welcome to take a quick look at it and even to try out a few of these, not all, maybe 3 or 4. You can quickly try them out. We'll wait for 2 minutes for you to try this out. It's okay, we will go a bit slow now initially. These are the foundation blocks. Once you're comfortable with these, the rest are not as hard. Okay, now, now let's do one more thing. Okay, so good, you have done till here. Now, I will tell you, give you a brief introduction about Bitwise. I won't go into details of it. Why? Because there's more important topic remaining, which is basically membership operators, and that will take me some effort. Okay, so bitwise operators basically are mathematical operations at a binary level. For example, if there's the number 5 and 3, okay, let's look at this. 5, decimal 5 means in binary. Mm, One sec, just clean this off over here. 5 basically in binary, it means I think 101. Now, don't ask me how, you can check these out. There are standard ways of converting it from binary to decimal and vice versa. If you are not sure, you can just, you have a lot of these online sites which does this for you, okay? So when we do an AND operation like this, and this is not the logical AND, huh? Although there's logical AND involved here, we will see how. When we say 101 and 0011, it means 1 means true, 0 means false. Okay, so 1 and 1 means true and true, it is 1. 0 and 1 means true and false, which is false, so 0. Again, 1 and 0 means true and false, which translates to false or 0. Remember, guys, a boolean true is also represented by the number 1. A boolean false is also represented by the integer or number 0. Okay, so that's where this logic comes up, 0, 0, 1, which is actually equal to decimal 1. So you can check this out over here. Quickly do this for you. Booleans, binary operations. So if I do print 5 and what was it, 3 or what was it? 5 and 3, yeah. So it will give 1. Okay, similarly, if we do 5 or 3, which means 5, 5, 3, then I think this will return 7. Yes. How come? Let's look at this quickly. 5 or 3. So again, taking 5 as 101, 3 as 011. So 5 or 3 is 1 or 1 is 1. 0 or 1 is 0. Sorry, 1 again. Apologies for that lapse. 1 and 0 is also 1 because it's an OR operation. So the output is 111, which if you convert to decimal will be 7. Okay, so I will keep the discussion on binary bitwise operators here till here. Obviously, there are a few more called XOR, NOT, left shift, right shift. If you have an interest, you can explore these on your own. Okay, so I will anyway, in your notes, I will just add these and give you so that in the collab, you at least have a reference to it. So, right, so what's the time? Amar, can we continue for a while more, or you want to start taking questions?
We can take some more time, sir.
Okay, maybe
Yeah.
till 8:50 we can continue.
Yes, sir. We can.
Okay, thanks. In the meanwhile, please make a note of the question, someone which are for me. so that I
Ah,
can
yes.
answer the technical questions here.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thanks a lot. So next, what? Now comes something very interesting and very important called membership operators. Based on this membership operators, you will be doing actually things like looping and range, etc. A lot of things you will be doing. The foundation of loops, which are foundation building blocks of any programming language, will be done based on the membership operators to a large extent. So let me explain this to you in lot of details. Okay. So right as I rub off my board, you can take a deep breath, relax a while, and think through everything that we have completed till now. And if you feel something is not very clear, why don't you make a note of it and pass it on to Amar sir over here? Okay, you will do it, I know. Okay. Now, yesterday, if you remember, I was telling you that Python is like an English spoken language. Spoken English. Okay. Spoken English language. Now, what did I mean? To give you an example, I'm giving you an expression here, and you can tell me what you feel will be the output. A in Andaman. What do you think will be the output of this expression? Come on, let's see. Let's see your answers. Come on, guys, I'm not seeing any one of your answer. What is it? Okay, somebody say true. Good. Yes, see, you have already understood what it means. What about the others? What happened, guys? Have you got tired? True. Okay, very good. Somebody else is also saying true. See, I haven't even explained to you what is this. And you can already understand this refers to a true statement because you know, and it's very visible to you, that, that small a is present in the phrase, in the word Andaman, right? If I had told you capital A in Andaman, what would you have told me? I'm sure by now you have understood. So I probably, in all probabilities, you would have said false. Why? Because there's no capital A in Andaman. Okay. So you see, this in is called as a membership operator. Membership. It tests if something is a member of something else. Whereas there's one more membership operator called not in. So if I gave A, capital A, not in Andaman, would have said, yeah, that's true. Correct. Okay. So this then is a membership operator. Very important because we will be using in conjunction, especially with a for loop to set up loops. Okay, for expression. Next is another thing called as the identity operator. Let's quickly understand it as well. So let's say A is equals to 10 and B is equals to 5. If you want to know if these are one and the same operator, one and the same object, then all that you need to do is A is B. In this case, it will return you a false. But if you do let's say A equals to 10. By the way, can you tell me what will this be? A is also equals to 10. A is A. What will this return as per you? 2? Yes, very good. Somebody's written true. Very good. You know why it's true? Let's analyze. Okay. Let's first run these queries once and then we will analyze. By the way, I will again refer my notes and I will copy this out for you. Okay. I will not make it as hard as you might feel flustered. Let me make it easy. X is equals to 10. Y is equals to 15. Z is equals to X. Let's understand this. So X is Y false, right? Because they are two different objects. X is Z is equals to true. Okay, I will come back to this again. X is not Y is true, correct? X is not the same object. Okay. And N is none. So by the way, this is identity operators and there's one more membership operator. So let me first explain this. Z is equals to X is true. So what happens in Python? Python basically to save space, what it does is if there's a object like this, say A is equals to 10 and then A is equals to A. So basically it does not create another object. It just refers to the same object by two different identifiers. One is A and the other is A. So that is why when we did A is A, this refers to the same object. Similarly, if I had done A is equals to 10 and capital A is also equals to 10, then A is A would have returned you a true. Okay. So this is an identity operator. And quickly, I will just also copy the membership operator and show you. Then you can work with it tomorrow. Numbers. Okay. So yeah, H in text is true. What is text? Hello world. So it's true. And Z not in text is also true. Okay. So there goes your notes as of day 2. Tomorrow we will expand on this. I will stop here so that tomorrow we will expand on one concept called as operator priority setting. And one more thing, I will give you a quick introduction to a mathematical library called as math, which has got rich features or lot of functions related to mathematical and scientific operations. Okay, so with that, I bring the session proper to a close today. Thank you so much for being a part of it in large numbers and for actually working along. So now I uh, request Amar sir to take up questions. I have one question which I've got from a participant and which was very nice. I will also discuss it shortly. So Amar, please, if there are any questions from you.
Yeah, actually, there is one question from a student. So
Yeah,
the student is asking, please explain the floor division concept.
float division concept. Sure.
Uh,
Okay. See, float division. let me ask you one thing over here. I will go back to my here. Okay. See, when I say float division, what do I mean? I mean, when I divide a number, okay, let's say 5 divided by 3. So how do I divide it? What is the quotient for this number division? It is 1, correct? Okay. So over here, so when we do float division, we get the quotient 5, sorry. So it returns the quotient of this division. It is 1. Whereas the modulo division returns the remainder. 5 modulo divide 3 will return 2. 3 ones are 3. And what is left of it? 5 minus 3 is 2. So that's the remainder. Okay. So modulo division returns the remainder, whereas the float division returns the quotient of the division. I hope the answer is clear to the student now. Amar, you can please check with him once. Her or him.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks. Any other
There is one
questions?
request actually from Kushi.
Okay,
So
okay.
she's saying that in tomorrow's session, please explain the operators.
Operators, I did explain just now. Does she want a recap?
Yes.
Fine, we will have a recap. Amar, please make a note from your side. We will have a recap.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Any other question?
There is one question from Shravani.
Yeah.
How many spaces are required to
Yes.
indent a block of code? And
I had told this to Shavani. Shavani, by default, you don't have to do any spaces. So Python will automatically do for you. It's usually one white space. Okay. Yeah. Anything else, Amar, on that question?
no, then all good, sir.
Okay. I had one question from Abhiram Rao. I don't know if is there. That was a pretty nice question. So Abhiram was asking me, sir, if you are typecasting numbers from one form to another, how then are they immutable? Okay, so it's a good question, Abhiram. Let me again go back to my drawing board to explain this to you. And here's the deal. Okay. Let's say here, let's again look at this. This is a RAM. Okay. So I say, first of all, A is equals to 10. So basically in RAM, I'm creating a integer object with value 10, and there's a variable A which refers to it. Okay. Abhiram, if you're there, and I hope you're following me on this. Next, I say B is equals to float of 10. So basically what happens? Internally, another object is created, which is a float converted value of 10, that is 10.0, and it is referred by the identifier. Okay, so Abhiram, actually there's no change happening on A. There's rather that another new object is being created in memory whose value is 10.0. So the principle of immutability still holds good. Don't worry. Okay. Okay, Amar. If there are no other questions, then I think we can leave them for the day. And thank you so
Yeah,
much, guys.
thank you, sir.
If you have liked the session, please drop a encouraging note for us. And if you want something to be done again, or somewhere you are stuck, something you feel we can help you out with again, please let us know. Like some of the participants are saying, please pass on your feedbacks as well. We value your feedback very much. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Amar. And with that, I will bring my screen sharing to a closure.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, sir. So, dear participants, I already shared the attendance and feedback link into the chat box. So, please make sure that you're submitting your attendance and sharing your valuable feedback about the session. In the session, I observed that so a couple of you are starting messaging at 8 o'clock only, sir. Attendance, attendance, attendance. So that it's just like disturbing the class. Okay. So you can just focus on the session. You are going to get the attendance at 30, right? You know that I already explained that. On top of it, in the last 5 minutes, again, I'm explaining that attendance sheet, requesting you to fill the feedback form, right? So don't worry about the attendance you are going to get. From 8 o'clock, don't start posting the masses on the attendance. Okay. So now coming to the LMS, we already given you the access. I shared the process as well. So as we have 2-3 minutes, so I'm just resharing my screen. I'm showcasing the process once again. So you can just follow that. You will be able to get the LMS access. Okay. So make sure you're registered. You're using the same mail ID. Okay. I hope my screen is visible. Yes. So a simple process which you have to follow in a very easy way. You have to visit to our platform mylearning.xla.com, and you need to click on existing user login. Okay. After that, as you are logging to the first time on a portal, so you have to click on the forward the password. You will get that onto the sign in page. Then you will receive an email. So you have to set the new password and you have to sign in. That's it. Very simple process. Okay. All the notes, everything is going to upload over the LMS. Day one recording session with the notes are available over the portal. Day two recording and notes will be available by tomorrow. Okay. On top of it, still, if you have anything which you are not able to share here, you can always reach out to us via edl@xcloud.com, where our team will support you after following this process or multiple things. Still, you are not able to access the LMS, then please drop an email to edl@xcloud.com. Okay. I'm dropping that mail ID here into the chat box. Okay. edl@xcloud.com. Uh, just a gentle reminder, if you're not subscribed to our channel, so please make sure that you are going to subscribe. And if you are really enjoying the sessions, then please hit the like button as well for the Zoom participants as well. So we are just not restricted with one program. There are a couple of programs which were already done that's available over the portal, that's available over the YouTube as well. So you can just be a part of our channel and you will get all these things to learn, upskill, and grow every day. Okay, so if any query or any question now, I'm happy to take up that. Please post into the chat box. We'll take for 2 more minutes and then we'll wind up for the day. And then we'll see you tomorrow. Okay. How to access the LMS? I just shown the process. If you're not able to follow that, drop an email to our team, edl@textar.com. Yes, I'm sharing the link of our YouTube channel. WhatsApp group, there is no WhatsApp group for the same. Why we required WhatsApp group for same? I'm not understanding at all. You have everything handy. You have YouTube Live, you have Zoom Live, you have LMS access, everything. Still, I don't think so. There is a use of again a group, right? So if everything is there, we are connecting here, then stay assured. LMS link mylearning.xla.com. I think it's just like ABCD. It's very simple. We'll never ask sir Amazon का spelling बताओ, right? Amazon.com मुझे order करना है sir और Instagram open करना है mylearning.xla.com. It's very simple. Yes, yes, guys. If you're done, if you're not having any query or question, you can drop off and we'll see you tomorrow. I hope you're enjoying the session. Sir, the website where I can find all codes, it's not EDL Aryan. Aryan, edl@textcloud.com, that is a mail. Our website is mylearning.xla.com. It's nothing but a website. It's LMS portal. Divakar Gautam official from the YouTube. You can just come back with your query tomorrow at 7. So we'll take up that because now the time is over and I think the purpose of left the session. Okay. So no worries, we'll take up that query. I'm also doing the note of your query. Code, each and everything, detailed information will be available over the LMS portal. Uh, uh, Nikita, okay, you can drop an email to edl@texla.com. Feedback attendance link. Varsha, you join now. I'm sharing the attendance link around 10 to 15 times. Still, how you guys are missing, I'm not understanding. Is there any mistake from my end or your end? I need to check on the same. Yes, I'm sending the attendance link or the YouTube as well. Yes, Arya, we can leave for the day if you're not having any query or question. I shared attendance link couple of times now. So you can just scroll out the chat, you will find that. Sir, where we get the certificates. Mm, So see, don't worry about the certificate. I will explain that on to the last day. That is the day 15. Just make sure that you are attending every day session. You are marking your attendance more than 60%. Gaurav, you are just sending the high messages from long back. See, we are not here for hi, hello, right? Share the query directly. We'll take it up. I received the three messages from you. Hi, hi, hi. Attendance, Gaurav, you can check your chat box. Yesterday's attendance link sent me. Vinay Kumar, I'm so sorry to say that, but I'm not able to go in yesterday, right? I can't go, so I can't share. I don't think so. Anybody's able to go in a past, right? So whatever done yesterday, that is done. That is a past. If attendance link is open for 8:30 to 9:30 on the same day, how we can share that? Not that link. We want book link. Which book link? Sorry, guys. Okay, so let's find it for the day. A.es. So whatever the link you're looking for, I'm not sure on which book. So sorry, not A.es. It's Siddharth. So you can just drop an email. So if you're looking for anything else, so we'll share that because I'm also not clear on the which book link. Thank you, sir. It's a wonderful class. Thank you, doc. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, somebody tried to give some feedback as well. It's happy to see. Attendance is given over the YouTube as well. Sir, is this meeting ended by you or we have to leave ourselves? If you leave, fine. If you're not going to leave, once I'm going to end that, you will leave automatically. Okay, then thank you, students. Notes will be uploaded over the LMS portal. So there is no any link for that. You have to access the LMS portal. No, Rupashi, I cleared on the same just few minutes ago, right? So that's not possible. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Bye bye. Have a nice day ahead. Take care of yourself, take care of your family. Happy learning with Excellent.